In our fast-paced, materialistic world, spiritual goals often take a back seat. But their power can be transformative, bringing a sense of purpose, tranquility, and profound self-awareness. These aren't just lofty words, they're the fruits of my personal journey, one that has been enriched by setting spiritual goals. You see, spiritual goals aren't about acquiring things or achieving conventional success. They're about personal growth and inner peace. They help us cultivate qualities like patience, compassion, and gratitude. They encourage us to live consciously, to make choices that align with our core values. Now, you might be wondering what exactly are spiritual goals and how they differ from materialistic ones. Let's dive in. Think of spiritual goals as aspirations for your inner self, your essence. They are deeply personal and often involve aspects of personal growth, mindfulness, and gratitude. Unlike materialistic goals, which focus on tangible possessions or status, spiritual goals revolve around the immaterial. They're all about nurturing your soul and cultivating qualities like kindness, patience, and compassion. Spiritual goals involves practices like meditation, prayer, or yoga, which help foster self-awareness and inner peace. They could also be about expressing gratitude daily, volunteering for a cause you believe in, or simply taking a few moments each day to breathe and be present. Personal growth is a big part of spiritual goals. This could mean learning to forgive, developing resilience, or cultivating a more positive mindset. It's about constantly improving and becoming the best version of yourself, not for the world to see, but for your own peace and happiness. Mindfulness, too, is a significant aspect. It's about being fully engaged in the present moment, not lost in past regrets or future anxieties. It's about appreciating the here and now, the simple joy of being alive. And let's not forget gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what we don't have, but spiritual goals encourage us to appreciate what we do have. They remind us to be thankful for our blessings, big and small. So spiritual goals are not about what you can gain materially, but what you can evolve into spiritually. They're about refining your soul, shaping your character, and enhancing your inner peace. They're about becoming more in tune with yourself and the world around you. They're about growth, mindfulness, and gratitude. And above all, they're about becoming the best version of yourself from the inside out. Before we set new goals, it's crucial to reflect on the past, our triumphs, our lessons, and our growth. As we step into the new year, let's take a moment to look back at the year that was. Let's delve into the depths of the previous 12 months and examine the spiritual journey we embarked on. Did you feel a shift in your consciousness, a change in the way you perceive the world, or perhaps you discovered a newfound sense of peace? Whatever it is, it's worth acknowledging. Reflecting on the past is not about dwelling in it, but understanding and learning from it. It's about recognizing the times we soared high and the times we stumbled and fell. It's about acknowledging our resilience in the face of adversity and the strength we found within ourselves to rise again. Think back to the moments of quiet solitude when you felt a deep connection with the universe, the moments of elation when your spirit felt unbound and free. Remember the times you showed kindness without expecting anything in return, the times you chose love over fear, peace over turmoil. These are the moments that define our spiritual journey. Now let's go deeper. Consider journaling about your experiences. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and insights. This exercise of introspection can provide you with a clearer perspective and a deeper understanding of your spiritual path. Alternatively, you can meditate. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let your mind revisit the past year. Observe your thoughts as they come and go, without judgment or attachment. Reflecting on the past year allows us to appreciate our growth, learn from our experiences, and carry forward the wisdom we've gained. It helps us understand where we are on our spiritual journey and where we want to go. It's an opportunity to celebrate our triumphs, acknowledge our lessons, and prepare ourselves for the journey ahead. So, as we stand at the brink of a new year, let's take a moment to honor our past, cherish our present, and look forward to the future. Reflection is the first step towards growth. It lets us acknowledge where we are and envision where we want to be. Armed with reflection, we are now ready to set meaningful and realistic spiritual goals. When setting spiritual goals, it's crucial that they resonate with your personal values. This is how you ensure they are meaningful to you. Let's consider meditation. If inner peace and mindfulness are values you hold dear, setting a goal to meditate daily could be significant and transformative for you. But remember, it's not just about setting a goal, it's about setting a realistic one. If you've never meditated before, it might be ambitious to start meditating for an hour each day. Instead, start small. Maybe 5 minutes a day and gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable and proficient. Similarly, if you value community and empathy, a spiritual goal could be volunteering in your local community or starting a kindness project. But again, be realistic. If your schedule is already packed, committing to weekly volunteering might not be feasible. Instead, consider a monthly commitment or even a one-off project. The key here is to start where you are and not where you think you should be. As you set these goals, remember to write them down. There's something transformative about the act of writing that makes goals more tangible and real. It's as if you're making a promise to yourself, a promise that you intend to keep. And don't forget, these goals aren't rigid. They are meant to serve as a guiding light, a compass directing you towards your spiritual growth. If you find that a goal isn't serving you, or it's causing more stress than growth, give yourself permission to adjust it. After all, this is your journey and you are in control. So take a moment now. Think about your values, your current reality, and the spiritual growth you desire. Then set 1 or 2 meaningful and realistic spiritual goals that resonate with you. Remember, the power of your spiritual goals lies in their alignment with your values. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Let's transform these wishes into realities. Every journey starts with a single step, and it's the same when we're walking towards our spiritual goals. The key? Make these steps manageable. A giant leap might seem impressive, but it's the small, consistent steps that lead us to our desired destination. How do we do this? Let's talk about some strategies. First up, we have habit trackers. They're a simple yet powerful tool. Imagine you've set a goal to meditate for 15 minutes every day. Each day you complete your meditation, you mark it off in your tracker. Seeing this chain of completed tasks gives you a sense of achievement and motivates you to keep going. It's a visual reminder of your commitment, your progress, and your consistency. Next up, setting timelines. This isn't about rushing your journey or adding unnecessary pressure, it's about giving your goals a structure. For example, if your goal is to read a certain spiritual text, instead of leaving it open-ended, give yourself a timeline. Decide to read a chapter per week or a few pages per day. This breaks your goal down into smaller, achievable tasks, and before you know it, you've reached your goal. But remember, these timelines are not set in stone. They're there to guide you, not to confine you. If a chapter per week feels too much, scale it down. If a few pages per day feel too little, scale it up. It's your journey, and you get to set the pace. And finally, remember to celebrate the small wins. Each step you take towards your goal is a victory. So, whether you've meditated for a week straight or finished reading a chapter, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. It's these small celebrations that keep us motivated and remind us of how far we've come. By breaking our goals into manageable steps, we make the journey less daunting and more achievable. So let's turn our spiritual goals into realities, one step at a time. Hurdles are a part of any journey, but remember, they are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. As we navigate the path towards spiritual growth, it's inevitable we'll encounter challenges. These obstacles may try to sway us from our course, but they're merely tests of our resolve, designed to strengthen our commitment and deepen our understanding. One common challenge is the fear of failure. We might worry that we won't achieve our spiritual goals, or that we'll fall short of our own expectations. But remember, failure isn't a sign of weakness, but an opportunity for growth. When we stumble, we learn, and when we rise, we become stronger. Another hurdle can be the lack of motivation. There are days when we may feel uninspired, lethargic, or even question the worth of our spiritual quest. This is where the power of motivation techniques comes in. Techniques like visualization, where we imagine our future selves reaping the benefits of our spiritual growth, can reignite our passion. Or affirmations, simple yet powerful statements of intent, can infuse us with renewed energy and focus. This is where the strength of a support system becomes invaluable. Whether it's a spiritual mentor, a like-minded community, or even a friend who shares our quest, having someone to turn to can make all the difference. They can provide guidance, share their wisdom, and most importantly, remind us that we're not alone. And let's not forget about self-compassion. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your small victories, and always remember to enjoy the journey. In the face of adversity, it's crucial to remember why we embarked on this spiritual quest in the first place. With the right mindset and support, no obstacle is too big to overcome. So let's embrace our challenges, learn from them, and let them propel us towards our spiritual goals. After all, it's the journey that shapes us, not the destination. As we evolve, so should our goals. Regular review and adjustment are key to this evolution. Imagine you're on a spiritual road trip. You've mapped out your journey, set your travel goals, and you're ready to hit the road. But what happens when you encounter a detour or discover a scenic route you'd like to explore? That's where the beauty of reviewing and adjusting your goals comes into play. Change, after all, is a natural part of life and growth. As we journey through life, we learn new things about ourselves and the world around us. These insights may lead us to redefine our spiritual goals, and that's perfectly okay. Our spiritual goals, like us, are meant to evolve. So how do we go about reviewing and adjusting our goals? Start by taking stock of your progress. Reflect on what's working, what's not, and why. Be honest, but also be kind to yourself. This isn't about berating yourself for perceived failures. It's about learning, growing, and moving forward. So don't be afraid to review and adjust your goals as needed. Embrace the journey, with all its twists and turns. Celebrate your milestones, learn from your detours, and keep moving forward. Spiritual goals are personal, meaningful, and transformative. They help you tap into the deepest part of yourself and bring about profound growth. All these steps form the blueprint of a fruitful spiritual journey. It's now time for you to put these insights into practice. Start with small, manageable steps. Be consistent, patient, and compassionate with yourself. Remember, this journey is unique to you. Embrace it with an open heart and mind. As you embark on this spiritual journey, remember, it's not about the destination, but the growth you experience along the way.